World Hurdle, well, 7-2 favourite in the programme. These will obviously be printed a few days. Willie Mullins categorically said yesterday Kavanagh would not run in the World Hurdle. Whatever, actually his exact words were, only if the Mayor's Hurdle was abandoned would Kavanagh run. So we can rule her out. Rev to Civil Oscar Whiskey, I've had anyone who watches ATR will know my feelings on Oscar Whiskey. I won't have that argument here. As I say, Nicky Henderson's just been absolute shambles with this horse. Let's go to my panel. You look across and you just think, oh God, where do I start? Let's speak to Katie. I think she has very much been the voice of reason tonight. Katie?
I don't know, I think it's an awful shame the big bucks isn't there, but
your brother definitely does.
Only because it guarantees us a winner each year.
Yeah, it does, but it's something to look forward to as well. This is probably wide open as well. There's a bit of value. I think actually Solwit at 10-1 might sound crazy, might sound mad. I think Solwit is a good each way price.
Yeah, and you might get your champion on board, because if the ground's not soft, Bob Warrior won't run, and then Davey will be on Solwit. I'll just let Danny continue to text the missus. So, no.
Yeah, not a bad show. It's Solwit. He's a classy horse. He beat Hurricane Fly one day actually. He's loads of class. Had a few injury problems. Seems to be over them. Charles Burns knows the time of day as well. As I think you said, Matt, there, like Davy Russell will be on board once Bob Warrior doesn't run. Monkland's progressive enough. He deserves to be prominent in the betting, but maybe Solwit's a better each way prospect at 12-1.
Okay, Danny, what do you make of the Irish raid here? What about this Monksland and Bob Warrior? Then you up to much?
Monksland looked slow winning the last day. I'd be a fan of Get Me Out of Here. They're talking like they're going to run him here, aren't they?
Yeah, big word, bit of a gamble.
Apparently McCoy at one of the PV nights put this up as one of his, like his banker, or with like his best chance.
Yeah.
Tom Seagal as well, price-wise, I think really fancies this.
Yeah, I just like this horse now, and you know, the rest of the ones there, it's easy to find holes in them. 12-1, he's a great price. I like it.
Well, it won't be Kavanagh. But Red of Savannah has done nothing wrong there. Oscar Whiskey, he disappointed last year, in my opinion. He disappointed because he hadn't ran that trip before. I might call in tonight. Has he ran that trip this year? Has he ran 3 miles this year?
Yeah, it was just beat by Red of Savannah last time.
Last time.
Was that his first time at the trip?
No.
Yeah. He ran the World Hurdle last year, and he needed oxygen after the race, but they said he wasn't right.
And interestingly, everyone knows what Barry Geraghty said after that run, that the horse felt very flat. And for a horse to run flat and get so close to Rev de Civil, he doesn't have much to find. He really doesn't have much to find. And he's a class horse. To finish third in the Champion Hurdle again, Matt, he hasn't won one, but to have the class and the speed to finish third over 2, I think he's a big chance.
Yeah, but as I say, last year he would have served up to big bucks, only for, in my opinion, the preparation wasn't good. He hadn't ran over that trip, and Monksland would definitely have a chance. Noel Mead's horse, he's improving, and he had, I think he won one the last day in Leopardstown. Solwit, I don't think that's going to happen, or neither is Bog Warrior. Get Me Out of Here, no. Second, I just I'd say the 1-2 is Oscar Whiskey and Monksland, Matt.
Okay. I'm a big Rev de Civil fan. Obviously, I'd much prefer if the ground comes out heavy. It's not going to be heavy, but as long as it's fairly soft, which I think it's meant to be, judged by the forecast, I think he's a cracking bet. I mean, the thing is, Barry, we all know Oscar Whiskey is not suited to this distance, because we know his race is the entry hurdle. That's what he's geared up to every year. He is an in-between horse. He probably isn't quite fast enough for a champion hurdle. But we know he doesn't stay 3 miles. How do we know that? Because Barry Geraghty has to strangle him to try and make him stay. And that is the simple truth of it. He has to try and make him stay. And anyone who saw Oscar Whiskey earlier this season at Ascot, bowling along in front of, I think it was 2 mile 5, might have been 2 mile 4, bowling along in front, jumping for fun, that's what Oscar Whiskey likes to do. So the moment you saw him last time being strangled out the back, trying to get the trip, brought in late, challenging on the bit, doesn't want to push him too soon, the jockey tells you immediately. It's Fleming Star, it's all these horses that run over. Sizing Europe, the Mad Pot's trying to run him over 3 miles. I mean, it's bonkers stuff. But racehorse owners are bonkers, most of them. And they try and make horses do what they don't like. Oscar Whiskey, if he was trained by Thomas, he'd be running in the champion hurdle. That's the simple truth of the matter. But because Henderson's got loads of other champion hurdle horses, he is not there. And I imagine he felt an absolute muppet when Darlin came down the other day and he thought, oh God, I've been campaigning Oscar Whiskey all wrong all season and look what's just happened. Can't have Oscar Whiskey. Don't get me wrong, you could easily go and win because he is very classy. But I've got to have Rev de Civilla in testing ground. Right, I think I've made myself very clear. I almost bored myself.